What's up with it, Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment? Back again with another one. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Now, the NBA season is officially over with, and now we're gonna start moving into a little bit of what's happening on the gridiron. Still gonna talk some basketball and all of that, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, we do everything around here, man. Okay, look. Now the NFL want to try to pull some tactic right now. And as you know, I talked about this just the other day when Deshaun Watson had addressed the media uh, when he had went out for his minicamp. And now, Lord behold, now the NFL, according to reports, is trying to push for Deshaun Watson to get a year in terms of his suspension. Now, this is what I said. I said that the Browns are gonna rally behind Deshaun Watson and his teammates and all of that, but the NFL, they do not care about Deshaun Watson. Okay, they want to keep him out, and they want his skills to diminish and everything. And this is according to the NFLPA. They're expecting a lengthy suspension for Deshaun Watson, according to Mark Mask of the Washington Post. Uh, it says significant, but they're talking about a year. You know, let's just call it what it is. All right. Uh, look, I'm not surprised that they're trying to do this shit. Okay. Um, they did not. Now, this is another thing too. The NFL didn't place Watson on the commissioner's exemption list last year, and they relied on the Texans to deactivate uh, him for the 17 games. Now, it's going to be a little bit different for this year. Okay, if they come with this. Look, if I'm Deshaun Watson, man, look, I'm fighting this. Okay, I'm fighting this. There's no reason for this. And what it has to do with is mainly, I know everybody's talking about the 24, but I think what kind of amplified it is the fact that about the 66 total women and everything. You say what's up with it, Trey Taylor? Yeah, it's crazy. What's up with it, Celtics Nation? Haven't seen you in a minute, but grinding like always, man. Your Celtics, they took a L, man. You know what I'm saying? They'll be back next year. We're gonna talk about them. You know what I'm saying? Don't get down. You know what I'm saying? you know, don't get quiet either. He had been found not guilty of criminal charges. Yeah, well, the reason why is because, listen, uh, they tripping about the fact that because now it's 26 women, not 24. Okay, 26 have came out, and then they want to make it look all bad. About 66 women and all that other stuff. Look, what are they not understanding about this? What they're not understanding is that the Houston Texans were behind this the whole entire time. Well, they had helped Deshaun Watson, go get massages or do whatever they wanted to. Bottom line is that the Houston Texans, they tried to cover up. They tried to cover up everything. Deshaun Watson said he didn't want to play for him. Now they trying to pull some savage shit, pretty much. You know, so now they pushing for him to get a year, not no 6 games, not no 7 games, none of that other stuff. They're talking about a year. You hear me? A year. So That right there, that puts him at a disadvantage. And look, man, he was going out there, mini camp. You said, yeah, we coming back stronger than ever next year. Polo Tatum has got to get better. Nothing wrong with his skills. It's just his leadership and mentally. You know what I'm saying? Look, you could be great. You could be great in terms of your fundamentals, the skills, athleticism, be a superstar, and all that other stuff, man. Once you mentally shot, that's it. And look, go look at the. I know you don't come on here that much. You know what I'm saying? But I've already said this, Celtics Nation. Check this out. If you go look at the statistics wise, Jalen Brown outperformed Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? So got to start, giving Jalen Brown his just due. You know what I'm saying? I know Jalen Brown. He done been hurt, all that other stuff or whatever. But he showed up. Case in point, he had 34 last night. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, you know, we got to start having that discussion about Jalen Brown being a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Now it is what it is, but everybody want to, they talk about Tatum, and look, I got a lot of love for Tatum. You know what I'm saying? And his mentor, God rest his soul, Kobe, he would have been proud of him for making the final, but he would have been disappointed in him for the lack of leadership on there. Yeah, he got to work on the leadership. You can't hang your head. You can't hang your head when shit get tight. Look, Marcus Smart and him were neck and neck. Marcus Smart had got in the chest of both of them, right? He got in the chest of both of them earlier in the season. Remember, they had already had friction. They had friction earlier in the season. They tightened it up. Guess what? Because they weren't passing the ball and everything. Well, that shit came lingering again when he don't have a good game and when the refs ain't calling it his way, when the shots ain't falling. Guess what? It affects him mentally. Yeah, he showed up for the finals. He showed up for the entire playoffs. Between him, now he had a couple games, you know what I'm saying, which he could have did better. But for the most part, Jalen Brown was that guy. He came in when not needed. If it wasn't Jalen Brown, guess what? It was Al Horford. Al Horford was consistent, but Al Horford, man, he just I didn't have that much no more. What's up with it, Matt Moses? I see you in the building. Yeah, Deshaun Watson. They pushing for Deshaun Watson to have a year. Matt Moses. Yes, we moving into football, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you come on through. If not, nigga, we still gonna keep that shit pushing. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't come through. Nigga, I really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like we still look, man. Just because the basketball season is over with and all this other stuff, we ain't talking about the Lakers. We ain't talking about nobody here. No, well, nigga, I talk about everything around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep y'all motherfuckers in the loop. That's what we do around this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Deshaun Watson, man, the NFL man about to do some really fucked up shit. This is coming from the NFLPA. NFLPA is trying to push for a year suspension for Deshaun Watson. Not no 6 game, not no 7 game, none of that other bullshit. They talking about a whole entire 17 games, man, for this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's some savage shit right there. You know what I'm saying? And look, he looked good in minicamp. Everybody said he looked good in minicamp. Of course, that's minicamp. You know what I'm saying? But look, everybody was saying this man got an arm. They don't like to hear that shit. All of his all of his teammates were saying how they rallying behind him. You had people buying him and his girlfriend popcorn. Look, man, come on, man. They don't want this dude to succeed. And as I said in the previous video that I made about Deshaun Watson, I said the Browns want to rally behind him. The people, some of the people in Cleveland want to rally behind him, and his, his teammates, coaches, all that other stuff, this, that, and the third. But the NFL is really trying to get at this dude. They're trying to do everything that they can to put this man to shame. They're trying to make his skills diminish, all this other stuff. Because every sport is about rhythm and it's about timing. And the game of football is definitely about timing. It's about rhythm, and it's also about continuity too, man. And you gotta have, as a quarterback, you gotta be out there, man, with the guys, and you gotta be out there uh, building that camaraderie with them. Yeah, so Deshaun Watson, man, I hate this, man. I hate that this is going on for this dude. And look, there are a lot of people that have had more. You said NFL isn't trying to do anything to him. He did it to himself. That's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do anything. Listen, he didn't do anything that another human being would not do. Robert Kraft, he goes to the massage parlors. Okay. Uh, Michael Irvin, I love him. I loved him as a receiver. Guess what? He was buying prostitutes. Okay. The L.A. Lakers, man, them guys, man, they had orgies. All right. Listen, man, let's just get real. What he did, if you want to really get technical too, the Houston Texans allowed it. They try to pull some signed, sealed, delivered shit. So go do your research, man. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. He didn't. He like he said. He didn't force anything. He didn't. He didn't admit to anything. Innocent until proven guilty, my man. Plenty of human beings wouldn't do what he did. The fact other people do bad things doesn't make it any less work. Okay, so since you want to go there and you want to make yourself sound so intelligent, all right? Look, case in point, all right? If Deshaun Watson, let's say he, let's say he did something like took a knee, like Colin Kaepernick did, right? Guess what? They still gonna blackball his ass regardless. So it really don't make no fucking difference, right? What I'm telling you is that Deshaun Watson, he did not do there's no evidence. There's no physical evidence that this guy did anything. And on top of that, there were two times in which they pretty much banged the gavel. So now the NFL wants to make it a situation to where they want to suspend this guy for a year because they know legally they haven't proved him guilty in the court of law. You're just saying what it is. Well, okay, what were you there? You weren't there. Were you there in the room? So exactly. So you're going by hearsay. Did he have any problems when he was in Clemson? No. Did he commit any crimes while he was in Clemson? No, he did not. Did he commit any crimes while he was in and on top of that, his lawyer had already came out, dude, and he already said that getting a massage or getting a hand job or getting a rub and tug is not illegal. But Robert Kraft can do it, and they don't even talk about it. They sweep that up under the rug. I wonder why. Oh, you're reaching. I'm not reaching for shit. I'm gonna tell you like this though. What I'm telling you is you're sitting up in here and you're saying you're trying to. What I'm telling you, you're not understanding the point. What I'm telling you is that Deshaun Watson, whether he took a knee or whether he would have did something else, they still would have tried to find any way that they could ban him. But guess what? Greg Hardy had physical evidence, right? He had physical evidence, blacking the girl's eye, all of this domestic violence and everything. Guess what? He was still playing, and on top of that, got his suspension reduced. But you don't bring that up, do you? Did that happen to Deshaun Watson? No, it did not. Did he have domestic violence on his record? No, he did not. Right. Listen, but see, you keep talking about what's up with it, Dion Reed? Yeah, man. Listen, you keep talking about taking a knee. What I'm telling you is, if he listen, Colin Kaepernick didn't commit no crime. He didn't shoot up nobody. He didn't go to no goddamn massage parlor. He ain't do no domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker didn't get caught up with weed in his car like motherfucking Montrez Harrell. But guess what? They still suspend. They still. I mean, they still blackballed this motherfucker. They Colin Kaepernick, Deshaun Watson. Only thing that he coming out with is what the Houston Texans and see what you're not talking. No one, whatever your name is. No one, no none. I think he ain't got no goddamn name. But look, you sitting up in here and you talking about Deshaun Watson, right? The Houston Texans is who you need to be talking about. Go do your research. The Houston Texans hired a secret agent to seal all of this shit up. No, but you sitting up in here and you say, look at him, we get mad. He said Robert should have been suspended. But he right, right. Listen, you sit up in here. No, what I'm telling you is that listen to me again, okay? Hear me out clear, okay? Because you getting emotional over some shit that you shouldn't get emotional about. Now, look, this is what I'm saying. If Deshaun Watson, whether he did a crime or whether he would have took a knee, they're still going to find a way to try to ban this man regardless. That's the point that I was trying to make. That's what you're not understanding. And nobody's reaching for anything. What I'm really reaching for, about to reach for some wine, man, important stuff because you trying to work a nigga nerves. I know what the Texans did. I read the same thing. The Texans need to burn for it too. Exactly. Now we on the same page. What's up with it, Luda Ryder? I see you in the building. I told people they were trying to spend him for the whole year. Exactly. They trying to get him for the whole year. The whole entire year. And what's up with it, Stephen Green? No, it's not irrelevant. It's not irrelevant. See, I'm not saying that's not y'all are what you're doing, man, is you trying to automatically say, oh yeah, well Polo said that it's the same. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if he would have took a knee and did some stuff to draw attention to himself or something, whether he did that or whether they're doing this, they're going to try to find any old thing just because they know how talented an individual is, and on top of that, the color of his skin too, if we call it what it is. He didn't want to play for the Texans organization no more. He didn't want to be there no more. So now the Texans, they want to pull some fuck shit and try to deactivate him for 17 games. They're doing Deshaun Watson dirty. Listen, let me ask you something, man. And Lou, we already talked about this. NFL they're trying to make themselves look good. Let me ask you something. What if Deshaun Watson would have messed up? What if he would have had 66 women that just came out and just said that they slept with him? Because that's pretty much essentially that's probably what it is. Okay, it's a pleasure thing. It's no different than a guy in the NFL messing around with 100 women, and then they want to come out and make these accusations. These accusations come out all the time. They're trying to do everything that they can to try to bring this man down, but it still goes back to what we talked about. There is no evidence. One of the girls even pulled back when they offered a settlement. Did you know that? And on top of that, check this out, no none. Check this out. This dude has a girlfriend. And if you listen to my last live, Lou was there. Lou the writer would tell you. His girlfriend ain't tripping about it. So why the hell everybody else tripping about it? The Browns ain't tripping about it. Some of the Browns, the community and stuff like that. Baker Mayfield is not there. So of course they like shit. Baker Mayfield ain't there. Hell, this is our quarterback. They up in there buying them popcorn and everything. You know what I'm saying? They not tripping about that shit. This is the media trying to do that shit, and the NFL is trying to destroy this man's image. No none. Yeah, 66 white women, and all of them wasn't white. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, come on, man. And 66 is not a large number. Hey, me and Lou, we talked about this the other day. Try Rico Strong, 3,000 bodies in high school. That's just high school. That's just high school. And then on top of that, what you got to realize as a man, shoot, niggas see you as a god if you got that many women. But I ain't trying to go there. I ain't trying to disrespect women or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is that nobody tripping. I'm not tripping about 66 women. Hell, shit. If you get rubbed off and you get sucked off and all that other shit by 66 women, hell, and they letting you, I mean, shit. That's on him. Nah, these accusations don't happen all the time. All these women work all kinds of professional athletes. Man, please. All of these women are not are professional, and on top of that, some of these are Instagram models. Man, come on. But some of them they're licensed therapists or whatever. You know, so they have the freedom to do it. They're gonna put licensed therapists. They can't put escorts or any of that because guess what? That's considered prostitution. Yeah, but it's not that easy. It's not that easy, Steven. It's not that easy, especially when you're talking about the NFLPA. But they savage and dirty too, and they got a lot of stuff that they gotta hide. The example is the Houston Texans organization. As a matter of fact, they trying to already be on Lovey Hill's. Um, they're trying to be on his helmet about doing illegal drills and finding him and stuff like that. They're already starting with Lovey Smith. The Houston Texans, what you got to understand, no none. The Houston Texans. Listen, I live here. I'm in the state, and plus I got family in Houston. That Houston Texans organization is a savage organization and has been for years. we gotta wake up, man. Dog, I don't care about no man. If he had 600 women, that shit wouldn't where's the proof? You got proof on Greg Hardy. You got proof on Ray Rice. You understand what I'm saying? But that doesn't make okay. What did he do? What did he do that was so bad? What the man got a massage? And listen, I want you to go do your research, bro, and go look at the text messages. Those text messages that he just asked what location you was gonna be at. Can you do this for me or can you do that for me? He didn't say anything forceful like, oh, you know what, man, get your ass over here. None of that. Nah, he didn't do none of that. It was a professional conversation. Go look at the text messages. They got them online. Yeah, you said like I said, the Texans need to burn on the part two. Yeah, but I mean, shit. Hey, listen, if you sit up there, I'm the quarterback. Like that's pretty much. Is it fair to say that it's bribery in a way? Because okay, that's like luring me, like the situation with Lou know what I'm talking about with Louisville, right? When they lured those guys over there, with the stripper situation and all that other stuff over there, and then just to get them, to try to play for the team or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You could look at it in that sense. Well, hell, they're covering up everything that they can so that they can keep this man over there, a quarterback. They're like, hell, I'm gonna get me a massage. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying, to hurt anybody or whatever. He said repeatedly that I'm not. He never abused with women. He stuck to his guns. And on top of that, look, this is what they try to do to Deshaun Watson. This is what they try to do to all black folks, all of us, man. They try to get us somewhere, and they try to put our backs against the wall and make sure that we slipping and everything, and fire off with all these questions and stuff like that. And also, um, the media is already insinuating that we did something wrong. They tried to do that in the press conference. They tried to do it in the introductory press conference, and they tried to do it in the minicamp press conference. And guess what? It didn't work. He kept his cool. And on top of that, he elaborated. I thought he was going to say, "Hey, look, there's a legal process going on. I can't talk about that." I would have shut that shit down in the beginning and not even said nothing. But guess what? He was more humble. He was so humble, and he was so much of a savage in a good way, to let you know, look, I'm not ducking no goddamn smoke. And he elaborated just a little bit, but he said he could only elaborate just so much. But he went back to the point. Why can't we talk about football? You don't want to talk about that. You know why? Because the media gonna paint that narrative, pin it in people's head. They gonna constantly show it on TV, stuff like that. Next thing you know, this motherfucker gonna be gone for a year. Yeah, Rick Pitino still got a job. Polo, do you? I'm sorry about that, Dion Reed. uh, what's bribery? Bribery is when you uh bring women, to a setting to try to get the players there to come there, like at a college or something like that, with strippers, or what I'm saying, escorts or something like that. That's bribery, man. Ass and titties, hell nah, nigga. If your dick get hard, hell yeah, you gonna be like, shit, I'm coming here all the time. Some niggas will. Now you said Polo. Just think, 60 women, but not one of them has video evidence or caught him a second time around, or has voice recordings. Exactly. And that's illegal anyway. You can't have cameras uh in those rooms or whatever. I think that's a Privacy Act or whatever. Stop. He said what he said because his rich lawyer scripted it for him to say, "Nah, man, listen, dude. They're gonna, okay. Of course, they're gonna coach him to do what's necessary, whatever. But I mean, if you're there and they're firing off with questions, and they're asking the same question, but they're trying to put it in different, uh, they're trying to put it in a different way a million times, both in the introductory and the mini camp press conference. Of course, he's gonna repeat the same thing. I mean, that's simple. That's fucking you know what I'm saying, textbook textbook fundamental common sense, being able to conversate with the media, or at least handle questions from the media. But he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything illegal. And like I said, it's been two times in which he's been proven not guilty, and they can't handle that. No, I was asking, what did they do to bribe them? No, I'm talking about what the situation at Louisville, man. I was giving an example. I was giving an example. That's why Dion Reed said Rick Pitino still has a job coaching now. But what I was saying is that, okay, I don't know how old you are, no none, but if you go back and you go look at the movie Blue Chips. It's an old ass movie. Okay, it got Nick Nolte in there. It's about under the table college uh bribery, pretty much. You were bribing with a house, bribing. Go look at He Got Game. Go look at the movie He Got Game with Ray Allen, aka Jesus Shuttlesworth. When Rick Fox he played in the movie, guess what? He went on a college trip, or it was he was a recruit, and guess what he did, man? Shit, he had two females in the bed with him. Yeah, college, but college or pro, it don't make no difference. Like in this situation right here, I'm not gonna say I was asking. It would be a sense of bribery because they want him as a quarterback. They didn't place no weapons around him. Don't forget this either, no none either too, and everybody else in here. Check this out. Deshaun Watson, before he had stopped playing, he was third in pass pass interception ratio percentage. Yeah, exactly. So like okay, you're gonna say, okay, I have one of the best quarterbacks in the league at this point in time. Got a lot of potential. Future's bright for him. He got an arm on him. We know what he could do or whatever, but we're just not getting it done. I want to stick. I want to stick with him, but he likes to get massages. He likes to do this. He likes to do that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? Let's try to keep him there. Well, guess what? Hey, they wasn't tripping about it. They said, you know what, we gonna cover everything up for you. Hell, and they're gonna, some people, these people are savage. Let's just call it what it is. They're gonna be like, look, Deshaun, we gonna we gonna cover this up for you and da 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 da, all this other stuff. Now, the only thing that you probably could be like, Deshaun could have just said no or whatever. But my whole point is that the Houston Texans are just as guilty. And they shouldn't be after Deshaun Watson, not for no goddamn year. Hell no. They shouldn't even be for 6 games if we really want to be honest and we really want to, get technical. But man, man, good arguments, man, that y'all were bringing, man. I like having these type of conversations. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, my opinion, I stand on what I say. Deshaun Watson should not be suspended. As a matter of fact, he should appeal this shit. And some people, listen, there was even somebody else. Let me leave y'all with this point too. Let me Nah, I'm not saying that they're guilty, man. Listen, no, listen. They did not bang any gavel, man. See, that's what you got to understand. He did not. That does not mean that he's guilty of anything. What? Listen, admission of guilt would be him confessing that he abused or he forced those women to do what they to do something against their will. He didn't admit that. And he didn't say that he did anything, so he ain't guilty of nothing. And a lot of it was consensual. So, but I'm gonna say this too. One I got to be consistent. If one party is wrong, then they're both wrong. Nah, that's not the case, man. That's not always the case, man. That's not always the case, bro. That is not always the case. Because you're sitting there saying, you said those were your words. You said the Texans are just as guilty. Yeah, they're just as guilty for allowing him to get caught up in this bullshit that he's in. I'm not talking about him as far as him abusing women and all that other stuff. That's what the whole thing is about. Yeah, it's nothing about him going to the massage parlors and none of that. That's not what it's about. It's about him abusing the women and the accusations that these women are coming out with. That's what it's about. Pretty much saying that he, with the sexual abuse and all that stuff. But let me get this point out though first. One of the reporters had brought up something, and I think that this should go down. They asked Deshaun Watson if he if he was considering countersuing. And if I'm Deshaun Watson, I'm doing that. No, 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 no. What I'm saying is that the Texans organization, listen to me, man. The Texans organization, because it sounds like to me that you're trying to sit up here and twist my words around and try to get me to say some shit that I really didn't say, or when I mean it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But that that really doesn't work. Okay. What I'm telling you is that the Texans organization, they are the ones that they allowed this to take place. So what I'm saying is they're just as guilty. They're guilty of trying to put this man in a situation in which they're saying that, oh yeah, well, you know what, he sexually abused these women and all this other stuff or whatever. Because that's what the accusation is about. No, that was just as guilty, but I'm not talking about that, bro. That's not what we're talking about. The Houston Texans organization, they're guilty for trying to seal up everything. Go look at the article, man. And as a matter of fact, the next time, you know what? I'm gonna put the article up so that you can look at it. And the article has the Houston Texans hiring a secret agent for them to, the lady, she had to sign this and sign that so that she wouldn't say anything. But the thing about it is that he's innocent until proven guilty, and they've tried to prove it twice, and they haven't been able to prove it. Like, let's be honest, no, none. Do you want Deshaun Watson out there on the field? Just be real. Yeah, the Texans did, and guess who said that they had no knowledge of what was going on? It was Deshaun Watson. They didn't try to, this situation right here. It's of course, like, really, from looking at Deshaun Watson, from what's up with it, Albuquerque Turkey? From looking at Deshaun Watson, can you really look at that man and really be like, man, this guy, he's a savage. He did this to the women. He did that to the women. Now, some people can put on, they can pull a wool over people's eyes, so to speak, or whatever, and put on a mask or whatever. But I don't believe that. That no, no, I started out believing he was innocent, and it was just a money grab. But after everything, I don't see it that way anymore. Wow. So you really think that this man is guilty? Well, I've seen this type of stuff before. That this guy, up until up until last season, man, you didn't hear anything about this guy, man. You didn't hear nothing about this guy, you know. But wow. Well, I mean, that's your opinion, man. But I don't like. Listen, them suspending him for a year. That's not the NFL. The NFL wants to make they want to make themselves look. They want to make Deshaun Watson an example, just like they made Colin Kaepernick an example. Yeah, exactly. It'll come out, but unfortunately, in this case, it hasn't came out. And the only truth that you can really say is that this man has pretty much did what was necessary for the betterment of the team. He didn't come out trying to commit no crimes. He did, he hadn't been involved in anything. This is the only thing. He said that he did not want to play for the Houston Texans anymore. So he said he didn't want to play for the Texans no more. Now all of a sudden, all this stuff comes out, right? Go figure. Yeah, exactly. That these accusations, man, they're trying to do everything that they can to tarnish this man's image. You know, you never heard anything. You're talking about a guy that came out of college. He wasn't just a hype job. He literally was about to tear up the NFL. It's just that the Houston Texans organization did not want to place no weapons around this man. So everything. Follow the NFL suspends Jimmy Watson. Watson Browns will trade. Will I don't know about that. Maybe so. I don't think they're gonna go for. I don't think they would go for nobody like Garoppolo though. I'm just being honest with you. If two, no one cared what the women did, the NFL covered for them. But this day, people care. Boycott the NFL and the sponsors. So it now forces the NFL to do. Okay, I hear what you're saying, and now I do agree with some of the stuff you are saying right now. Uh, in terms of how the NFL is moving, absolutely. Listen, I'm gonna really, I'm gonna stop at this last point though, for real, because I said that I was, but I wanted to talk with y'all for just a little bit. I got some other stuff to talk about though. With the emails involving the Washington Commanders, that's evidence, right? With the race with the racist allegations with John Gruden, that's evidence, right? Okay. Do we need to keep going? Because I could go on and on and on. With the Eagles player, I forget his name, that said the N word in front of everybody. That's evidence, right? But the last time I checked, this was supposed to be a shield. They're all about honoring people and all this other stuff. Well, we're supposed to honor everybody, right? Okay, so Colin Kaepernick taking the knee and honoring people, him honoring, uh, you know, the the people that have been killed due to police injustice and all this other stuff that went on. Okay, but then he gets blackballed or whatever, right? You know, what about our coach? Or well, he ain't our coach no more. Him hitting players, but they let that slide. There's no evidence about Deshaun Watson. No evidence. No DNA. No bruises. None of that. Got to see the proof, man. Got to see the proof. Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment. Like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notifications, man. Till then, man, I'll get at y'all later.